quarter. And, of course, Karl Anthony Towns. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Siakam, right side. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. No shortage of speed on the court tonight, Clark. Both of these teams can do damage on the break.
And I don't know anybody who loves basketball that doesn't love this kind of matchup. Get your track shoes on and keep your head out of the popcorn. They're getting up and down in windshield wiper fashion.
Edwards. And too long on the shot. Brown with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Pass to Toppin. He can't get that one to fall. Nurkic with some nice D. Here's Edwards. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
Here's Halliburton. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. You know, Clark, what you marvel about with Halliburton, the accuracy from both the field and the line.
Well, there are very few guys that are part of the 50, 40, 90 club, and every year he's flirting with that. And when he doesn't have the shot that he wants, what I like is that he just simply makes the right basketball pass.
McDaniels, that's good.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Turner. Outside, Brown. Indiana again missing.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
In transition, here they come. Oh! Now with no question, powered it down.
Good work by Mathurin getting rid of the ball. When somebody has a better shot, you got to throw it his way.
Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, that was a tough, gritty, sandpaper-like finish. Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
And it's Mathurin missing.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
McDaniels from long range. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Left side, Mathurin. Outside for Halliburton. He takes it in. And he slams it in one-handed.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
Outside McDaniels. Oh, and Turner with a block. And they get it back. Here's Edwards. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Edwards got 6.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Halliburton on the attack. Good on the shot.
Halliburton's quickness and agility really makes him hard to deal with, especially when he's in close like that.
Minnesota foul. Anthony Edwards. Personal foul.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 2. When you discuss the Minnesota Timberwolves, what would you say about their front office, Grant?
Well, B.A., they want to be as competitive as possible. Whether it's who they are drafting, trading for, or signing in free agency, this team's goal is to be taken seriously out west.
Pass to Turner. Brown with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Brown can't hit.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Left side, Edwards. Here's McDaniels, and he converts the layup.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Van Vliet. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So both teams making some changes here.
At the line for Minnesota.
That free throw good from Van Vliet.
And the big X factor Van Vliet brings to the team is leadership. He's very talented at setting a good tone out on the floor and organizing his guys.
Will it go? There's Nesmith with the three. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
McConnell outside. Out to Hield. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Indiana trailing here. Here's Nesmith. McDaniels with the rebound. Hield goes in. And no good. Hield with the defensive effort. So it's the Pacers now. Driving in. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Good decision-making by Hield, giving it up when somebody else was freer and in better position.
Here's Nesmith. Fires the three. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. 1:29 left in the first quarter. McDaniels can't hit. Indiana on offense. Good momentum. 8 straight points. To the inside. Walker's shot is off. Inside. Siakam. Great D that time from McConnell.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Hield. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Milton. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Edwards for three. Smith with the rebound. Here's McConnell. Yet to see a basket. They now take the lead.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Halliburton with the steal. Pass to Hield. Halliburton outside. There's a screen from downtown. And Craig pulls it down. Edwards looking for an opening. Outside Craig. Here's Drummond. And it's good. 2 points.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Anthony Edwards has been on display. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
And so he's able to get one of two.
And when you watch Halliburton run point, he makes life easy for his team.
You know, he's like a Pied Piper. He's a guy that other people gravitate to and enjoy playing with. Always has his head up. He's excellent at reading angles and situations and using the right pass at the right time, and rarely seems to force shots. I mean, that's the quintessential playmaking point guard if ever there was one.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Pass to Turner. Toppin with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And here's Brown for three. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Edwards. Brown with the steal. In transition, here come the Pacers. Halliburton for 3. Drummond grabs the miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Left side, Edwards. And that one's good. Edwards has got 10 points.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Halliburton with the ball. Beal picks him up. Halliburton misses. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. The open shot by Edwards. The rebound by Turner. Outside Mathurin. Outside Brown. Out to the right wing. Toppin outside. Launches a 3. Drummond grabs the miss. And the Timberwolves with possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They've got the Heat ahead of them in their next game in Miami. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. You had a terrific mid-range game. It feels like more players are going back to that now.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, B.A. The analytics say dunks and 3-pointers, but that makes your offense almost just two-dimensional. In many cases, too predictable. We're seeing more and more players, particularly the elite ones, finding comfort in the mid-range.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Anthony Edwards carries a swagger about him. He said, quote, "I am the most confident person in the world. I've always felt like I'm the best at everything I did." Coach Finch said, quote, "He is super confident, he's real, and he's genuine. A lot of guys have a confidence that hides an insecurity. He is not that. He knows who he is as a person and as a player." Brian?
Yeah, great point. Thank you, Allie. And there's the screen. Back to Halliburton. Halliburton goes up top to throw it down.
I mean, just so alert with his head on a swivel. Walker able to find the open man.
Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Beal. Now Edwards. And stolen by Brown. And stolen by Edwards. To the middle. Lets it fly. And another basket from Minnesota.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Mathurin. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Mathurin so smooth with the ball in his hands.
One thing about the Pacers, Clark, year in, year out, they compete.
And you know, it doesn't matter who's on the roster. They can and will outwork most teams. Even the best teams can't afford a letdown against the Pacers.
Well, Chris Finch has done a nice job with this group, Clark. Just seems like he needs a playmaker or two around Anthony Edwards.
That's a pretty good observation, B.A. I mean, there's no doubting Anthony Edwards stardom. I mean, he's going to be one of the better players of this era, I would think. But you're right. He needs help. It's a team game. He can't do it alone.
And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Lets it go from deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Walker with it. Beal picks him up. Halliburton punch it in. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
Halliburton just too good for the defense there. Great tenacity and physicality on that drive.
And the Pacers making a change here. Well, Grant, the Pacers made no secret about their focus on improving defensively.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, that's how they'll take the next step. They rank near the bottom in a lot of defensive categories, and that has to change, and of course, they know it.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Here's Halliburton, and he jams it home with authority.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide-open man.
To the paint. Pass to Nesmith. Back to Walker. And the jam by Walker. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Now here's Van Vliet. Nurkic shot is good. Nurkic just got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate. I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Now here's Siakam. Outside heel. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Hey, when you've got a laser like Hield that can score it, those assist opportunities just go way up.
Here's Jackson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now it's a 5-point Indiana lead.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
The kick out to Walker. It's Walker on the wing. The crossover. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
A nice shot by Milton. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Down low. Here's Walker. Rebounded by Nurkic. And here's Minnesota now. McDaniels from long range. That won't go. 5 for 10 from the floor. McConnell, right side. Rebound, Minnesota. Van Vliet outside. Off with the layup. Now Hield. Here's Nesmith. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Pacers. They're up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Indiana leading. Halliburton goes. Oh, what a finish by Halliburton.
And this is how you carve up a defense. Halliburton slicing to the rack with real force.
Basket counts. Edwards has got 14 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And that one's good.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And Minnesota calls time here.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
All right, that was the Timberwolves breaking dance through.
Indiana on offense. Halliburton with the ball. Siakam covering to the paint. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
A clean pass that time from Halliburton to a wide open teammate. This smart ball movement there.
That one doesn't drop. A chance here to extend the lead to double digits.
And that would really give them a comfortable cushion.
Toppin outside. Fires in the triple. And now it's a 12-point Pacer lead.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
And able to impact the game at both ends is Miles Turner Clark.
You know, I like the fact that he's dangerous on offense, but more importantly, he's led the league multiple seasons in blocked shots. And he does not take time off at the defensive end of the floor.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Pass to Mathurin. From outside, off the mark.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
It's Edwards with a drive. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
And the free throw, no good. Well, Clark, we know Anthony Edwards is a great hooper. But how would you rate his acting ability?
Hey, I thought he was quite good. To be honest with you, B.A., in that Hoops movie, he was playing the bad guy, the villain role. Ant has a huge personality. We saw that on the big screen. Perhaps a second career for him when he's done terrorizing the NBA.
Drummond on the double team. And here's Brown for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Here's Drummond. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Leading by 12. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Indiana's a team on the rise. Coach Rick Carlisle said this is a new era of Pacers basketball, a direction of youth and of going all in on a group of guys that are young, talented, and extremely high character and tremendous upside. Brian, a lot to be excited about.
No question. Absolutely. Thanks, Allie. And the Pacers with possession here to the middle. Here's Turner. Nurkic with some nice D. Here's Minnesota. It's a 10-point game. Here's Edwards. Back to Daniels. Pass to Nurkic. Oh, and Turner with a block.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
The kick out to Van Vliet. To the wing on the left. And here's Siakam for three. And Toppin pulls it down. And here's Brown for three. On target from range. Brown's got 8 points.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Pass to Van Vliet. Over Halliburton. And Toppin pulls it down. Indiana on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Halliburton right side. Outside, Brown. There's the triple. And he can't get that one.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
The kick out to Van Vliet. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Indiana.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running, attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
Out of bounds, it'll be Timberwolves ball. And talk about a team that's known for being unselfish, the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, you know, B.A., it's part of their core philosophy. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved and engaged.
Here's Milton. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. There's Nesmith with a three. Sinks it from distance. Nesmith's gotten his third basket of the night.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's McConnell. Outside heel. Takes a three. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
To the inside. Nurkic with some nice D. So it's Minnesota now, trailing by 17. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
McConnell.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And that one falls for McConnell. Both good from the line that time. .59 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Edwards got 18.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
McConnell's shot is off. And here's Minnesota now. Pass to Van Vliet. Inside. Here's Siakam. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Hield.
A gritty play by Siakam. Absorbs the foul and still gets his shot to go.
Here's Nembhard. Driving inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. 15-point game.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Jackson can't get it to go. Siakam for three. Walker pulls down the board. Hield for three. And so it's Indiana with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Back after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Outside Edwards. Outside Milton. Pass to Drummond. It's stolen by Halliburton. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. Halliburton's got 24.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Indiana dominating the game. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Back to Walker. Here's Nora. Minnesota with a rebound. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. The 3-ball. Shot is off. Shooting 9 for 15 in the game. So it's the Pacers now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Outside Edwards. Some room here for Beal. Drills the baseline jumper.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Nails it from 3. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. Teams changing it up here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
And Allie, thanks. Back to Turner. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Mathurin with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Matherin's athleticism and anticipation made that fast break happen.
Back to Edwards. And Obi Toppin gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Halliburton with the ball. And Drummond picks him up defensively. Toppin outside. And here's Turner from the arc. Drummond grabs the miss. Pass to Nurkic. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers.
And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Down low. Toppin's shot is off. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nurkic. Minnesota calls timeout. Boy, you got to like what Tyrese Halliburton has done in this game.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton on the attack. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Free throw good. Halliburton.
Halliburton is just one of those young guys that has a really well-rounded game. Makes shots pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
20 feet out. The shot that time not on target.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And a nice finish on the layup. Halliburton's got 14 points now in the second half.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Brown. Here's Turner. And he goes in for the dunk.
Hey, that was an announcement dunk from Turner there. Going up with force and throwing that thing down.
Beal from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Beal's got 8 here in this quarter.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
It's Mathurin with a drive. And he gets the bucket.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Here's Beal. A good-looking shot from the wing.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Toppin outside. Pass to Mathurin. Back to Toppin. This one for 3. That shot missing.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
Here's Beal. Hauled in by Brown. Indiana on offense. They're on a 13-5 run. Turner. Drummond grabs the miss. Siakam right side. Here's Drummond. Turner covers. Beal from outside. That doesn't go either for Beal. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. A moment here for an injury report. And now Allie LaForce has an update for us on Jusuf Nurkic. What's the news, Allie?
Guys, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer from Minnesota, and unfortunately, this could be a season-altering injury. It's a tough way to start the season, both for him and for the team, but they're optimistic that he can get back at some point.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And in the training room, guys, I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pacers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Healed from outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Indiana dominating the game. To the paint. Jackson can't get it to go. And here's Minnesota now. Here's Beal. Gets to the corner and hits it.
You love the energy Beal has. I mean, he's racing up the floor to convert on the fast break.
Here's Nembhard. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every...
We can be friends after. Let's keep it a thou wow. I'm the grandmaster. I ain't never say no. I'm never playing past you. Stop saying you from LA if you from Lancaster.